everybody, and welcome to another video. So this is a response to the I Am a Wargamer videos. Hooves of Doom tagged me, and though I normally participate in nothing of this sort, I must admit I'm fascinated by this one, and it's a fun chance to ramble, and it's been a little while since I've just done a talkie about stuff like this. So happy to do so. So thank you, Hooves. This was originally started by the Wargaming Viking, and then it's kind of passed around. And the idea is you do a video and you challenge sort of 3 more people to answer these questions. So, what are the questions? Well, so the idea here is there's a series of questions that get passed around, and we all, as members of the sort of producers in the community, have to answer them. So, here we go. The first one was, what inspired you to do YouTube? That's a great question. The answer is a whole host of things. Like, I don't know that there's one thing you can put your finger on, right? Where you go, that's sort of the thing. Like, I wasn't going to do YouTube, and then this thing happened, and I had to do it. I'm not sure that's always going to be the case. For me, it had to do with sort of discovering that there were Warhammer things on YouTube. It's funny how you can go a long time without realizing something like that. But so several years back, this is probably 3.5, 4 years ago now, I found Reef on YouTube, and Reef is a wonderful guy who was out of the UK. He's in retirement now. But he did, his channel's now under Reef Beastman, but you can go see a bunch of his stuff. It's still worth watching to this day. It's always fun. He had a hugely high production value, which ridiculous how much work he poured into it. And just always did funny stuff. He always had a great take on the hobby. And from him, he kind of had mentioned offhandedly other people. And so that got me into seeking out like Malorian and Once Bitten and the Sustainable Center and so on and so forth. And then I guess eventually I just sort of thought more and more about it, started interacting more with the community, and then eventually just started making videos. I don't remember what it was. Probably something about 9th edition, you know, back like maybe pre-End Times or right around the beginning of the End Times, like maybe a month before Nagash. My first video, somewhere in there. I mean, I'm sure I could go back and verify, but why do that? So, you know, I started, because that was when sort of the rumor mill had started to spin up around everything. And so I kind of just made a video and just talked about my opinions. And then from there, eventually by the end of the year, I sort of took over and restarted, whatever you want to say, Warhammer Weekly, and there you go. Why do I keep doing it is a more important question to me. Lots of people get inspired to do YouTube. Most of them don't really do it. By that I simply mean there is a host, an endless march and procession of channels with 5 videos. Okay? It's really easy to do YouTube. That's the whole idea. It's the barrier of entry is almost 0. So it's easy to do it. It's hard to keep doing it. And so that's why I have a great amount of respect for people like Malorian or Once Bitten or similar people who have been doing this for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, longer. Ant's been doing it for 9 years, something like that, right? Over 3 different channels. So it takes a special kind of mix of sort of, I think, arrogance and attention seeking and tolerance and maybe boredom and just sort of psychological utility from social interaction. If you've got those 5 things, then you're going to get addicted to making videos, and certainly I am. For me, I love interacting with the community, and I look forward to these videos. And really, the most rewarding thing for me, and this will lead into the next question, is probably doing the hobby-related stuff, especially if it's helping anyone. If I ever help anyone get models painted or improve their technique or anything like that in any way, then that's a pretty great day for me. I really do feel good when that happens. I like helping people in that way. So there you go. And that leads to the next question. Where do you want to see your channel go? More of that, more of everything. I'd love to keep producing more content forever. More in-depth hobby-related videos. More discussions with more painters and things like that. I certainly will grow into it organically as the ideas come to me. Like recently, so an easy example of this is recently I did like a hobby cheating live Q&A, and it went really well. I thought it was great, and I got to talk through a lot of things. I did it for like a set hour and a half, answered the questions, good to go. And I liked that. Now they're taking away my Q&A function from YouTube, which is going to be a problem for future versions of that show, but I'll figure out some way around it. So that's where I want my channel to go. And just more stuff. I mean, more content. If an interesting show comes to me, then I want to be able to do it, and I'll give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, bin it. And if it does, do it more. It's that easy. Where can you see it in 5 years' time? Well, not to give the Madonna answer of ruling the world, which is clearly false, but yeah, hopefully successful. That's what I would say. So the next question was, where can you see your channel in 5 years? Or yourself? I have no idea. I don't even have the beginnings of an idea how to answer that. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 5 days, let alone 5 years. Hopefully, if I'm not dead, then still making content of some kind, I suppose. But you know, things change in life. Predicting that far ahead, this is crazy. Let's deal with the coming months and next year, and we'll see where we go from there. Any advice for setting up a YouTube channel? Yeah, sure, do it. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Give it a try. At worst, you're just one of the procession of sort of people who got into it and didn't like it. Not a big deal. So what? You got a couple of videos out there. Big whoop. But if you love it, you have a new outlet and way to interact with the community and the world, and are providing value to other people. And as I said, the barrier of entry is about 0. You need like a camera, maybe, or PowerPoint or something. There's a lot of different ways to do videos. You need the ability to generate a video. So like a phone would probably do it. Yeah, so I mean, the difference between making a video and a good or great video is wide, but you don't need to concern yourself with either of those to begin with, because your initial videos will suck. There you go. Just like magic. They will suck. I don't care how hard you try. They will suck. Because you will suck at it. And that's okay. Failing at something, as a very wise little dog said, failing at something is the first step to being pretty okay at something, or decent, or awesome at it, or whatever the quote is. The first, you gotta suck at a thing. Okay? That's the take-home point. Don't worry about my bad paraphrasing. Like, for example, the way I suck at quoting things. What would you add to improve YouTube for the community? That's a tough question. More people. I mean, that's the easy answer, I suppose. Just more people producing more content of more types. There's probably a lot of niches out there, especially in the wargaming, like niches, that aren't being served. And so I think that if you can do that, and you can make it interesting, if you can cover, you know, various elements, and you can do it in a fun and sort of exciting fashion, then rock and roll. You found your niche. If one doesn't work, try something else. If you don't like that, try something else. If you don't like it at all, quit doing it. Hey, it's that easy. But yeah, just more people. More and varied people to producing content that they find interesting. And that's ultimately the best sort of advice, period, is never try to do what you ultimately think is the right thing. Do what you're passionate about it and see if it's a niche that fits. And if it doesn't, try other things that you think you would really enjoy or do enjoy, and go from there. I think that's all there is to it. So, those are my thoughts. There you go. I am a wargamer. That's my video response. Thank you, Who's, for tagging me. When I post this, I will tag 3 additional people. I don't know who I'm tagging at this point when I'm recording this because I'm recording it a few days in advance of releasing it. I will tag those people in the description and in the posts and stuff. So there you go. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it all. I appreciate Wargaming Viking, which I'll link down to his channel below to get the. So if you want to go back and watch the original video, I'll also link to Hooves' video where he tagged me. As always, we'll see you next time.